Howdy, everyone. It's Zach from Harder, Happier, Healthier. How's it going today? I wanted to come on and make a quick video. I don't have the wife today. I know she's probably what you want to see anyway. She's smart. She's smarter than me, right? We all have to admit, like, you just have to know where you stand. She's a very smart woman, but she picked me, so that must be saying something about me. Um, I'm more like the guinea pig, the guy that likes to get stuff done or try new things. So she likes that about me, that I'm always challenging things and wanting to try new stuff or willing to make sacrifices. So yeah, what I want to talk about is it's kind of the dogma within carnivore is getting pretty bad. And if I was new coming into carnivore now versus when I came in a year ago, I'd be super turned off right now. And a lot of it is like I want to call it dogma, but it's what I've realized is that so I know for a fact that different things work for different people, and that's not really and one, we shouldn't really give a shit what other people do, right? I always lead by example. If something I do works, I'll share it with you, and if it you try it and it either works or it doesn't, it's not magic. But a lot of people, especially with like groups and stuff, because like again, I've been staying out of the other carnivore groups and just promoting my own, just because it's just a healthier environment. People are nicer in my group. I made one comment about what I said was that some human beings are lactose intolerant, and somebody responded, "Oh my God, where's your source for that?" Like, it's genetics. Like, some people genetically can't make the protein or the stuff that breaks down lactose. Like, you don't need some. He's like, you need to cite your sources, and I was like, you don't need a source. Like, somebody who's lactose intolerant, if they eat dairy, they'll shit their brains out, right? That's the source. Okay, we know that some people can't handle dairy. It's not. I'm not trying to be offensive. I'm telling you not to eat dairy. What I realized is, man, it's people will do something and they're not 100%, like there's not a whole lot of security in internal security anymore with people, with themselves. And the reason is because they're listening to everybody else to tell them what to do, and then they'll find something that works, they'll adopt it, and they'll want everyone else around them to do that same thing exactly the way they do it. And they do that as a form of validation for what they're doing, to say, oh well, it works for me. It's the only way to do it. It must be right. And instead of just speaking from a place of fact and science, right? So facts are plants contain toxins. That's a fact, right? None of those toxins are essential for human health. That's a fact, right? So that's a part of carnivore that's not really debatable. Okay, all plants, have some level of effect on human system. With it, mushrooms, marijuana, cocaine, they all have some sort of effect, okay? Rice, all of them are plant proteins, they have an effect. So when it comes to the dogma, it's so off-putting for people that are just trying to get healthy. And I don't believe that there's one thing that fits everybody, especially with this diet. And my diet has changed a lot and gone back and forth and this and that. So I just think it's important to stay away from that shit, right? Don't get locked into this. Like somebody it was like one of the admins. It was like one of the groups, like Carnivore for Beginners or something. And it's like there's like 90,000 people in there. So every time you post something, there's 12 idiots to say one thing. There's 12 idiots to say something else. You could literally be like, "Water is wet," and they'll fucking argue with you. It's so stupid. So I usually stay out of there, but I just commented because somebody seemed like they wanted help. They were like, "Why am I having trouble eating butter?" And I wanted to help them, So I commented. Some people are lactose intolerant. It's a genetic thing. Don't worry about it. Don't eat you don't have to have butter to do carnivore. You can stay away from it. And the admin of the group was like, "Oh, you need to cite sources for that." I'm like, "Well, you can do 23andMe or something, and it'll tell you." And then he just went on and on about the FDA and troubles at 23andMe. I was like, dude, right? Nobody's taking away your dairy, but for this person, that may not work, So, and that kind of stuff, it's, one, it's a fight or flight response. If you get upset because somebody else says something that goes against what you believe in and you want to attack them, the dairy is causing brain inflammation, obviously, because you can't handle, an idea that's different. And first of all, none of these people would ever talk like that to me in person. I know that for a fact, right? Because people just don't do that, okay? You would have a little more respect. And if I talk to you, I'm going to talk to you the exact same way online is I would talk to you in person. That's just the way that I operate, and I've always been that way. I never attack people, but if you attack me, I will attack you back, and I will use whatever is in front of me to do it. Right? Whatever you've said, I will put it back on you and make you explain it to me. And the name calling stuff doesn't work with me. It just doesn't, right? But we have to get back to a place where people have respect for each other. And a part of that is just understanding that people are all coming from different places in life and they're all at different levels. And stop with the dogma and the want everyone to do what you're doing. If you have something that's scientific and it's like based on something that or that you felt, you can say that. Like you could say, I feel so much better on plants, and like there's no reason I should ever want to eat plants. And you're gonna have a vegan that's gonna argue with you, right? But for other people, that could be true. So you say it, but you don't have to criticize everything that you don't agree with, because when you're doing that, you're showing how insecure you are with what you're doing. Okay, it's so obvious. I never criticize other people. I just put my own information out there. There's gonna be 100 people that are gonna criticize me. I know that, right? Because they don't, like on YouTube. Every day there's some idiot that's like, oh, they have something to say that makes them feel better about what they're doing, and that's great. I always say that's great, man. You do you. Keep doing what you're doing. But the personal attacks, that's when somebody personally attacks me online. Like that's why I don't even go into any other Facebook groups before. People would say that, oh, Zach is fat shaming people, and it's like, no, that's not what happened. Somebody felt attacked by something I said because it goes against what they believe, and then they attacked me, and then I attacked back with something like, listen, you're overweight, you're pre-diabetic, I can tell by the way that you look. Why are you giving me nutritional advice? This happened in the Carnivore Fix group, okay? One of the admins in the group is about 300 pounds, right? She's a female. She argued with me, told me that I wasn't allowed to have avocados, and I was like, why should I take nutritional advice from somebody who's overweight, who looks like you? You look in your face, you have inflammation, you're puffy. Why should I listen to you? People say, oh my God, it's so mean, you're so mean. It's like, first of all, you attacked me and you called me names, and then I pointed out the exact reason why, which is very truthful, right? I just give it to you exactly how it is. If I'm telling you something, it's not to hurt your feelings, it's to point out the obvious, that don't tell me not to eat avocados and that I'm doing carnivore wrong when I look better than you, right? That doesn't mean I think you're a bad person, but you should not be telling other people what to do if you can't do it yourself, okay? And there's a lot of that, right? Don't take nutritional advice from people that you wouldn't want to look like. That doesn't mean you should take nutritional advice from everyone you do want to look like. Those are two different things, okay? But the dogma, we have to step away from it, dude. We have to because there's other people that want to try that should be willing to try this, and it's life-saving. But if they come in the cross and they see this and they say, oh my God, you can't have dairy, or you can't, or this or that, like, that's not what I'm saying. I'm telling you that some people are lactose intolerant. They don't respond well to dairy. Okay, those are whatever genes they are. There's two specific genes. Some people just have those genes, and if you do, stay away from dairy. Like, it's not the end of the world. Okay. But yeah, I want you guys to come and join my group, Carnivore, Hardier, Happier, Healthier. Nobody's going to tell you what to do. There's people in there that feel very passionately about carnivore, and they're going to tell you what they think. But remember where people are coming from is that's their world. That's what works for them, and they can give you all this. They can cite everything they want, and they can say, "Oh, well, this works for me. I've done all these different things, and I landed on this, and it works." That's great. Take it with a grain of salt. Try something new, and if it works, great. You can apply it to your life and what you do and how and your diet. But talk to people on the internet the way you'd want to be treated in person, because you wouldn't be talking to me like that. I know that, right? I can look at somebody. I could look at their stature, the way they stand up, the way that they look in pictures, how their posture is, if they would be man enough to buck up like that in person, and most people would not, right? But that's the level of respect. Man to man, I would always give another man that kind of respect, always, because that's just the way we operate, okay? I'll try to get my wife in here to make a few videos. We got a couple ideas on some stuff I think will be pretty helpful. she's working on a ton of stuff, and we got a lot of things going on with a couple of different businesses. But I want to help you guys, and I've like from day one, that's kind of been the whole goal, is just to get people on board, get people healthy. Like our governments are obviously fucking up everything left and right, and they're not gonna tell you stuff that you need to hear or give you advice that's helpful. So we gotta do it ourselves, and we gotta take care of each other, and we gotta have each other's backs. So if you're in a group and somebody needs help, be helpful. Don't criticize other people trying to help them, right? Because it just makes you look weak. It's weakness. If you don't feel secure, a person who feels secure in what they're doing only wants to help other people. They're not going to put other people down. Okay, so when you see somebody attacking somebody because of their beliefs, it's insecurity, and it's blatantly obvious. And as a species, we got to step away from that as a whole. From especially online, it's ridiculous. So, yeah, please, come into the group, like and subscribe. If you come across my channel, check out some of my other videos. Some of the ones with me and the wife are pretty good. But make carnivore yours. Don't listen to everyone. Try different things. I tell people this all the time. Try things. Try something for 30 days, 90 days, whatever it is. If it works, keep doing it, right? And that doesn't mean that it's always going to work. You may have to adjust things. I've had to adjust so many things. I made a video a while back about red meat. It turns out that like high fat meat for me now causes like chest pain and like heart palpitations, like Paul Saldino was talking about. And I've cut down on the fat, and they've gone away. So I'm back on red meat. I do eat like a little more chicken now, which I actually like organic chicken. It's a little bit, this is a leaner meat, and I feel great. It feels good. So I like back to red meat though. So I made a video with the kid. Me and Zoe just ate a filet mignon a few minutes ago. We made a video about it. But love you guys. Comment. Let me know what you think. Put some ideas for other videos or anything you'd like to know about. But we gotta build each other up. I'll post this video and there'll be somebody in there that'll say some trash comment. It's so fucking stupid. It's like, dude, you're so insecure. You would never talk to me like that in person, and you know it. Okay? I'm not saying I'm tougher than you. I'm just saying that like it's different when you're in front of somebody. Yeah. And I've always been known to have a mouth that just says whatever is like exactly whatever I'm thinking. So I know the difference between somebody like me and somebody who is just like spewing something online because it makes them feel superior, right? We're not here to make anyone feel better or worse. We're just trying to help people, and we're all learning from each other and trying to make the best we can. So we'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.